Check it out. Lars Topelmann's place. Quonset Indian hut? I don't know. Only in Portland.
Hey, how
Lars!
you doing? Hey, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
Come on in.
So your plane's going down. It sounds like the beginning of a joke, right?
Yeah.
So you get to keep one body on one lens. You may get to keep the assistant. You get an extra hand.
Right. I would say the 1DS Mark III is the body, and the lens is probably the 2470. That'll cover, you know,
Virtually
most everything. Yeah.
Perfect.
If I had an extra hand, I would grab the 1635. These are my two packs that I kind of travel. My standard, you know.
So these,
ammunition.
if you're shooting something on location, and then the backpack if you're going out in the mountains. Or the
Exactly.
wilderness.
This is the 1D Mark III, which it goes 10 frames a second, and really, like, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a difference between what are 6.5 or 7 frames and 10 frames, but you'll get, you know, 2 more frames in a second, which is a big deal if someone's doing a spinning jump, or if there's like a good sequence where there's lots of things happen. There's, you know, it's essential to have a couple more frames. I would probably take the long lens, which is the 70 to 200, as image stabilization. It's a great lens. And it's a nice size too. It's not too big really if you think about what you get out of that lens. And then there's one more lens that I love, and that's the 14 millimeter, very wide.
Absolutely.
And so that's a great lens. All this stuff is to help me get there, but at the end it's like, you know, the shot is the most important thing.
Well, let's see how you transfer from these 2 bags to heading out into the mountains.
On my shelf in the back of the studio, those 2 cases live like that, fully packed. And then when there's a shoot, I'll consider what it is that I need to be shooting, and then I'll just pack accordingly. If I'm out shooting in a really bright conditions, either at the beach or up in the mountain, it's really hard to see what's on the back of your camera. So I made this up, and it's basically white on one side, black on the other, and I will just hold it over my head, and I'll review it right there. And if it's something, yeah, come on down, come on. So a lot of times I'll just ask the art director to come and review with me, and it's pretty awesome. Works great.
Do you have art directors who are cuter than me?
Not always.
Okay.
That's true. This is a very important piece of machinery. It's very, very low tech, but it gets probably the most use out of anything in my bag.
What's that?
And it is just a camping pad, but it folds out, and wherever I'm, you know, shooting in some like prickly ground or wet whatever, I'm almost always wanting to get down on the ground and get that low angle.
Hey, can I give that a whirl? How's my form? You do anything special to work on your form? Because a lot of times, just for the dog and pony shows, so they know that I'm really working hard, I'm like, okay, now, no, I'm just giving you a hard time. How's my form?
It's Ouija-esque. Hey, you want to check out my grip though?
Absolutely.
This way. I basically load all my equipment from in here, and I can go straight in through
Holy
here.
cannoli! Wow. Do you got any Band-Aids? I don't know if you knew, but I'm cut.
So I've kind of got the bare essentials in here. That's awesome. And, you know, for Portland...
What's a shovel for?
It's just for your miscellaneous shoveling.
All right.